Hollywood is a galaxy full of stars, each trying to shine brighter than the last. But then there's Mark Wahlberg, a celestial body that orbits the same dependable path every single time. He's like a jukebox permanently set to Boston tough guy. No matter the genre or storyline, Wahlberg's characters march to the same beat. A squint that could slice through steel, an angry yet confused tone that defies logic, and that ever-present look of, why is this happening to me? Let's be honest, Wahlberg's filmography reads like a BuzzFeed quiz titled, "What type of Boston guy are you?" There's The Departed, where he's the intense, foul-mouthed cop you definitely don't want pulling you over. Then there's Ted, where he somehow convinces us that a grown man having a full-blown bromance with a talking teddy bear is totally normal. And who could forget Transformers, where Wahlberg plays a Texas inventor. Yes, a Bostonian Texan, because Hollywood clearly thought, we need someone who can shout at alien robots with credibility. Get Wahlberg on the line. But wait, there's more. In Pain and Gain, he's a bodybuilder whose crime spree is powered more by protein shakes than common sense. Then there's Lone Survivor, where he plays the last man standing in a story so gritty you can practically feel the sand in your popcorn. And who could overlook Patriots Day, where Wahlberg channels the spirit of every Bostonian who's ever angrily honked at someone cutting them off? Whether it's disaster films like Deepwater Horizon or action-packed thrillers like Shooter, Wahlberg's characters all share one thing in common. They look and sound exactly like Mark Wahlberg. Some might call this typecasting, but I call it a branding masterclass. Wahlberg has turned playing himself into a high art form. Why try to become a character when you can just show up, squint at the camera, and remind everyone you're from Boston? It's efficient, really. Most actors spend years perfecting accents and learning new skills for roles. Wahlberg just punches in, furrows his brow, and goes, "All right, let's do this." Take The Happening, for example. Wahlberg plays a science teacher, a role so unconvincing it feels like the movie was one long dare. Watching him explain plant biology with the same intensity he brings to yelling at explosions is both hilarious and oddly comforting. You're not learning anything, but you can't look away. And let's not forget his family man phase. In Instant Family, Wahlberg plays a dad learning the ropes of parenting, a role where he trades shouting at robots for shouting at teenagers. Sure, it's heartfelt, but you still can't shake the feeling that at any moment he might start interrogating someone about a crime. Critics have tried to unpack the Wahlberg phenomenon. Some believe he's Hollywood's safety blanket, providing the same comforting presence in every movie. Others suggest he's actually a genius, crafting a meta-narrative where every role is part of the Mark Wahlberg cinematic universe. Think about it. Maybe his character in The Fighter grew up to become the soldier in Lone Survivor, who then retired and opened a burger joint that eventually funded his alien fighting career in Transformers. It's all connected. Then there's his emotional range, which is, let's say, minimalist. Wahlberg's expressions are like a playlist stuck on repeat. There's intense squint, mild confusion, and the classic, "Someone just insulted my Dunkin' order." It's a performance style so consistent it's practically its own genre. Wahlberg noir. Yet, despite all the sarcasm, you have to admire his consistency. In an industry obsessed with reinvention, Wahlberg has stuck to his guns, sometimes literally. He's not chasing Oscars or trying to prove anything. He's just being Wahlberg, unapologetically. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing. He's the acting equivalent of comfort food. Not fancy, not surprising, but exactly what you need when nothing else makes sense. His fans love him for it, and honestly, who can blame them? Wahlberg isn't here to challenge your worldview or make you cry. He's here to punch bad guys, look confused, and yell, "What's going on here?" And sometimes, that's all a movie needs. So, the next time you see Mark Wahlberg's name on a movie poster, don't expect groundbreaking performances or deep emotional arcs. Instead, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Wahlberg will squint, he'll shout, and he'll probably save the day. Not because he's the hero we deserve, but because he's the hero we've come to expect. And in a world full of surprises, that kind of predictability is almost heroic in itself.